There are places built for comfort, and then there are places built for courage. Across the world, hidden on frozen tundras, burning deserts, and towering cliffs, there exist hotels that defy logic, gravity, and sometimes even life itself. These are not destinations for the faint-hearted. Here, luxury comes with a risk. Every sunrise could be your last view, and every night a test of how far you'll go for the thrill of being alive. So tighten your grip, steady your breath, because we're about to take you on a journey beyond comfort zones, into the top 10 most dangerous hotels in the world. And if you're someone who craves the thrill, the unknown, the breathtaking edge of danger, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because this is where travel meets survival. Number 10. Hotel Everest View, Nepal, where luxury meets the thin air of death. Hidden high in the heart of the Himalayas, surrounded by snow peaks that pierce the heavens, stands a hotel so breathtaking, it literally takes your breath away. Welcome to Hotel Everest View, the highest luxury hotel on Earth. Sitting at an altitude of 3,880 meters above sea level, where even the air itself becomes your first challenge. At this height, oxygen levels drop to almost half of what your body is used to. Guests have reported severe altitude sickness just hours after arriving. Headaches, nausea, dizziness, even hallucinations. For some, a single night here can turn from a dream into a fight for survival. Yet every year, hundreds of travelers risk the trek through icy trails and thin air, drawn by the promise of a once-in-a-lifetime view. The majestic face of Mount Everest, glowing golden at sunrise. But the Himalayas are not a place that forgives mistakes. Sudden snowstorms can roll in without warning. Temperatures can plunge to 20 degrees below zero, and helicopter rescue becomes nearly impossible in bad weather. The very path leading to the hotel is steep, narrow, and surrounded by cliffs, where one misstep could send you tumbling into the clouds below. Even inside, where luxury awaits, the silence of the mountains can feel haunting. Some guests claim to have heard the low moan of the wind sounding like whispers, the voice of those who never made it back. Here, every breath is a test, every sunrise a small victory. Because at the Hotel Everest View, nature itself decides who gets to wake up in the morning. Number 9. Volcano House, Hawaii, USA, where luxury sits on the edge of a living inferno. Perched right on the rim of one of the world's most active volcanoes, lies a hotel that dares to offer beauty on borrowed time. Welcome to Volcano House, Hawaii, the only hotel in the world where you can sip coffee while watching the earth breathe fire. Just outside your window, the great Kilauea volcano roars beneath the surface. Molten lava flows through unseen veins, and sulfurous fumes rise through cracks in the ground. It's mesmerizing and terrifying at the same time. For centuries, this place has been sacred to Hawaiians, the dwelling of Pele, the goddess of fire and creation. But modern travelers come here not to worship, but to witness the raw pulse of the planet, to sleep just a few hundred meters away from a living volcano. And that decision comes with risk. When Kilauea erupted in 2018, lava fountains reached 70 meters high, swallowing forests, roads, and entire neighborhoods. Guests were evacuated as ash and toxic gas filled the air. Even now, tremors can shake the ground without warning, a reminder that the earth below is always moving. The air itself can turn deadly, sulfur dioxide thick enough to choke your lungs, invisible until it's too late. Scientists call it VOG, volcanic fog, and it can travel for miles, burning your eyes, your throat, your skin. Yet when the night falls and the horizon glows red, few can look away. It's a sight that hypnotizes, the edge between destruction and creation, life and death. Because here at Volcano House, you're not just staying near danger, you're sleeping on the mouth of it. Number 8. Poseidon Undersea Resort, Fiji, where paradise lies beneath the weight of the ocean. Hidden deep beneath the crystal waters of the South Pacific lies a dream built for the fearless. A hotel where your room isn't surrounded by walls, but by the endless blue of the sea. Welcome to the Poseidon Undersea Resort, Fiji, the world's first luxury hotel built entirely underwater, sitting 12 meters below the ocean's surface. It was meant to be paradise, transparent domes offering a 360-degree view of coral reefs, schools of fish gliding silently by, and sunlight dancing through waves like a living kaleidoscope. But beneath this beauty lies a silent, crushing pressure, one that never stops reminding you, you are a visitor in another world. Here, every sound is muffled, every breath you take is filtered air, and the only thing separating you from the deep is a few inches of reinforced glass. Should the ocean grow restless, a tremor, a leak, a single crack, the calm turns to chaos in seconds. Engineers call it safe, nature calls it borrowed time. Even the smallest power failure can mean being trapped in a silent tomb, surrounded by darkness and the cold stare of the sea. Communication lines run through cables thinner than your wrist. Oxygen, water, food. Everything depends on perfect systems, in a place where perfection is fragile. Few people have ever stayed here. Fewer still would return. Because when you lie in bed and watch the ocean above you, it's not peace you feel. It's the weight of an entire world pressing down, reminding you that you don't belong here. At the Poseidon Undersea Resort, beauty and death share the same view, and the ocean decides who wakes up to see the dawn. Number 7. Al Maha Desert Resort, Dubai, UAE, where the silence of the desert can swallow everything, even you. In the heart of the Arabian Desert, surrounded by dunes that stretch beyond the horizon, stands a mirage of luxury and isolation. Welcome to Al Maha Desert Resort, Dubai, an oasis shimmering under the unforgiving sun, where the line between comfort and danger fades with the heat. By day, the desert glows gold, endless, beautiful, deadly. Temperatures here can rise above 50 degrees Celsius, hot enough to blister skin and boil the air in your lungs. Step outside too long and dehydration can strike faster than you can find your way back. By night, the same sands freeze, dropping to near 0 degrees Celsius, turning the warmth of the day into an icy, haunting silence. The resort is remote, miles from the nearest city. GPS signals fade, and the vast dunes shift with every windstorm, erasing tracks, swallowing paths. One wrong turn in this endless ocean of sand and you vanish. Wildlife roams under the moonlight. Arabian oryx, desert foxes, and snakes that glide silently through the dunes. They're not your biggest threat. The desert itself is. A single sandstorm can rise without warning. Walls of dust swallowing the sun, cutting off sight, sound, and breath. In minutes, day becomes night, and even rescue teams can't find their way through the chaos. Inside, guests enjoy luxury, private pools, fine dining, glass walls that open to the dunes. But sometimes the wind howls like a whisper at your door. And you remember how fragile your little piece of paradise really is. Because here at Al Maha Desert Resort, beauty is a mirage, and survival is not guaranteed. Number 6. White Pod Eco Luxury Hotel, Switzerland, where silence is beautiful and deadly. High in the Swiss Alps, where clouds drift below your feet and every breath bites with cold, lies a place built for peace, but surrounded by peril. Welcome to White Pod Eco Luxury Hotel, Switzerland. A collection of futuristic domes clinging to the side of a mountain, offering a view that feels like heaven, and a risk that feels like the edge of the world. Here guests sleep in crystal white pods, heated by wood stoves, wrapped in silence so pure you can hear the snow fall. But beauty this high always comes with a price. At 1,400 meters above sea level, the mountain's mood can change in seconds. One moment, calm skies, sunlight sparkling over ice. The next, a blizzard howling through the valley, burying everything in sight. Avalanches are a constant threat. The sound of cracking snow, the sudden rumble beneath your feet, and then nature's fury unleashed. There's no time to run, no place to hide. Even reaching the hotel is a challenge. No roads, no vehicles, only a steep trek on icy trails or a snowmobile ride through frozen silence. If power fails, the pods turn from cozy havens into ice boxes in under an hour. And at night, When the wind screams outside and temperatures plunge below 20 degrees Celsius, the mountain feels alive, watching, waiting, daring you to stay another night. Still, travelers come, chasing the dream of sleeping among the stars in a place where the world feels untouched. But up here, luxury is fragile. Because at White Pod Eco Luxury Hotel, nature doesn't care who you are, only how long you can endure. Number 5. Jules' Undersea Lodge, Florida, USA, where your hotel room is beneath the sea and escape isn't so simple. Hidden beneath the calm waters of Key Largo, Florida, lies a hotel unlike any other on Earth. To check in here, you don't walk through a lobby, you dive. Welcome to Jules' Undersea Lodge, the only underwater hotel in the United States, resting 9 meters below the ocean's surface. It was once a research habitat. Now it's a luxury adventure for those daring enough to sleep where the fish are your neighbors. Guests enter in full scuba gear, swimming down through the depths until they reach a small pressurized door, a gateway between the human world and the sea's quiet heart. Inside, the air hums with the soft hiss of oxygen pumps. Outside, nothing but blue. Schools of fish drift past your window, and the ocean's pulse echoes through the metal walls. But beneath this wonder lies constant tension. Because down here, every second depends on technology. Lose power and life support stops. Lose air pressure and the ocean comes rushing in. If panic sets in, there's no quick escape. You must equalize your body pressure, wait for safety clearance, and swim up through murky water, while your mind races faster than your heartbeat. Even trained divers admit, staying here isn't relaxing. It's humbling. The sea surrounds you, watches you, tests you. Every creak of the metal walls reminds you that this is not your world. And when the lights go out, only darkness remains, deep and endless. Because at Jules' Undersea Lodge, luxury meets the crushing silence of the ocean. And the line between beauty and danger has already disappeared. Number 4. Big Bend National Park Lodge, Texas, USA, where beauty stretches beyond the horizon and danger waits in silence. Deep in the heart of Texas, where the Rio Grande carves its way through endless desert and jagged canyons, lies a place both haunting and magnificent. Welcome to Big Bend National Park Lodge, a remote retreat surrounded by over 800,000 acres of wilderness, where nature rules and humans are only guests. At first glance, it's pure serenity: golden cliffs, star-studded skies, the whisper of desert wind. But beneath the calm lies a landscape that doesn't forgive mistakes. Temperatures can soar above 45 degrees Celsius by day, then plunge to freezing cold at night. The sun scorches, the wind cuts, and shade is a luxury. Dehydration here isn't a threat, it's a promise if you're not prepared. Rattlesnakes, scorpions, and mountain lions roam freely through the park. Step off the trail, and you're on your own. No cell service, no quick rescue, no second chances. Even seasoned hikers have vanished among the canyons, their footprints swallowed by the shifting sand. When night falls, the desert turns eerily quiet. The vast emptiness amplifies every sound: the rustle of brush, the hiss of wind through stone, the distant cry of something unseen. Some say it's beautiful. Others say it feels watched. Flash floods can strike without warning. Walls of water tearing through dry riverbeds faster than you can run. The same valleys that look peaceful by morning can become deadly traps by dusk. Yet travelers keep coming, drawn by the wild, the silence, the stars. Because at Big Bend, the danger isn't just around you, it's part of the experience. Here, every step is a reminder that you're small, fragile, and very, very mortal. Because in Big Bend National Park Lodge, the desert doesn't welcome you. It tests you. Number 3. Icehotel, Jukkasjärvi, Sweden, where beauty is carved from ice, and survival depends on how long you can stand the cold. Far above the Arctic Circle, where winter never truly ends, lies a place that feels more like a dream, or perhaps a dare. Welcome to Icehotel, in the remote Swedish village of Jukkasjärvi, a hotel built entirely from ice and snow. Every wall, every chair, every bed you touch is frozen solid. Even the chandeliers shimmer with sculpted ice. It's breathtakingly beautiful, a crystal cathedral glowing in shades of blue and white. But make no mistake, this beauty can kill. Inside, the temperature lingers around -5 degrees Celsius, cold enough to freeze your breath into mist, your eyelashes into frost. Step outside, and Arctic winds can drag it down to -30 degrees Celsius or worse. One wrong layer of clothing, one careless decision, and hypothermia becomes a silent predator. Each year, the hotel melts away, and when winter returns, it's rebuilt again from massive blocks carved out of the nearby Torn River. What stands as a glowing palace in January disappears completely by summer, reclaimed by nature, as if it was never meant to exist. Guests sleep inside thermal sleeping bags laid over reindeer hides. Even then, many wake in the middle of the night trembling, unsure whether it's from awe or from survival instinct kicking in. The silence is absolute. You can hear your own heartbeat echoing off the frozen walls. The air feels sacred, almost alive. It's a place where time stops, and comfort becomes nothing more than a fragile illusion. And yet, every winter, travelers return. Adventurers, artists, dreamers, drawn to test themselves against the cold, to spend one night inside a masterpiece that will vanish with the spring sun. At Icehotel, beauty and danger are carved from the same ice. Because here you don't just stay in the cold, you live inside it. Number 2. Frying Pan Tower. Off the coast of North Carolina, U.S., where the ocean never sleeps, and the storm decides if you survive. Far from the safety of land, standing alone in the vast Atlantic Ocean, rises a rusted metal giant, a forgotten fortress from another time. This is Frying Pan Tower, once a U.S. Coast Guard lighthouse, now one of the most isolated and dangerous hotels on Earth. Perched 34 miles off the coast of North Carolina, the tower stands above an underwater shoal known as Frying Pan Shoals, a graveyard of shipwrecks where more than 1,000 vessels have met their end. The waves crash below, the winds howl endlessly, and the horizon seems infinite. The entire structure shudders with every gust. During violent storms, waves can rise over 10 meters, pounding against the steel legs like thunder from the deep. The tower sways, groaning as if it were alive and angry. There is no stable ground here, no safe way out if something goes wrong. The nearest shore is hours away by boat, or minutes by helicopter, if the weather allows it. And when hurricanes pass through, which they often do, this place becomes a front-row seat to nature's wrath. Winds scream at over 200 kilometers per hour. Lightning splits the sky and the ocean roars beneath your feet. Inside, the accommodations are simple, hauntingly so. Steel walls, creaking floors, and the smell of salt and rust fill the air. At night, the only light comes from the blinking beacon above and the black void of the sea below. For some, it's exhilarating. A once-in-a-lifetime thrill to stand above a raging ocean, completely cut off from the world. For others, it's pure terror, a reminder that humans were never meant to command the sea. Those who stay here describe a strange feeling, a mix of awe and insignificance. The ocean doesn't care if you're brave. The wind doesn't care if you're ready. You are at their mercy, utterly and completely. Frying Pan Tower isn't just a hotel. It's a test of courage, balance, and respect for the untamed power of nature. Because here you don't just watch the storm. You live inside it. Number 1. Cliffside Hotel, Paracas Skylodge Adventure Suites, Peru. Where you don't just stay above the world, you hang between life and death. High above the sacred valley of Cusco, where the Andes slice through drifting clouds, stands one of the most extraordinary and terrifying hotels ever built. Welcome to Cliffside Hotel, better known as Skylodge Adventure Suites. Transparent capsules clinging to a sheer cliff face, nearly 400 meters above the valley floor. There are no roads, no elevators, no shortcuts. To reach your room, you must climb, gripping cold metal rungs and hanging over the abyss as the wind howls past your ears. For anyone afraid of heights, this is not just a challenge. It's a trial by fear. But when you finally reach the pod, the view steals your breath away. the Andes stretching endlessly beneath your feet, clouds brushing the glass walls, stars so close you could almost touch them. It's beautiful and terrifying all at once. Inside, everything is transparent, the ceiling, the floor, even the walls. As you lie in bed, you can see the world drop away beneath you, a vertical ocean of air and stone. Each gust of wind makes the pod tremble slightly, a reminder that your safe haven is held up by just a few bolts drilled into solid rock. At night, temperatures can drop below -5 degrees Celsius. The wind whistles through the metal frame, and the cliff groans under nature's restless breath. Sleep doesn't come easily, not because it's uncomfortable, but because your instincts never stop whispering, "Don't fall." There's no room service here, no safety exits, only the vast sky, the mountain silence, and your heartbeat echoing in the darkness. For those brave enough to come, the reward is indescribable. The sunrise that spills golden light over the valley, painting the clouds in crimson and fire. In that fragile, fleeting moment, you realize you're suspended between heaven and earth, and that life has never felt more alive. But remember, at Cliffside Hotel, one wrong move doesn't mean a bad review. It means the end of the story. Because here, adventure and danger share the same heartbeat. And courage is the only key that opens the door to the sky. From ice palaces to cliffside pods, from storm-beaten towers to deserts that never forgive, these are the places that remind us. The line between beauty and danger is razor-thin. Some travelers seek comfort. Others seek life. Raw, untamed, unforgettable. So tell us, which of these hotels would you dare to stay in? Or would you rather watch from a safe distance, heart pounding, palms sweating? If this journey sent chills down your spine, hit like, share, and subscribe to join us again as we explore the hidden corners of the world where adventure whispers and danger never sleeps. Because this isn't just travel, it's survival with a view.